Hi guys, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. Today we are attempting the Life Stages CAS challenge. It is a challenge that I've been seeing go around a little bit, both here on YouTube as well as Twitter and Tumblr. I initially saw it on Twitter kind of a couple of weeks back, and then recently I've seen a couple of YouTubers, including Ocean Sims and Plumby, both trying out this challenge. But from what I can tell, it looks like the first place that I kind of saw it was on Tumblr, and it started on a Tumblr by someone called Someone Elsa. I will link both the Tumblr as well as the YouTube videos from the YouTubers that have done this challenge recently below, just so you guys can kind of see some other takes on this challenge. But basically the gist of the challenge is that you create a sim, and you create them in all of the different life stages available in the Sims. So that way you can really grow up with the Sim and kind of get to know them. I know it can be difficult for a lot of people to play all the way through a Sim's life in The Sims 4, because I know the gameplay isn't everyone's favorite. And so this way you can kind of get the feel of getting to know a Sim from, essentially birth all the way through the end of their lives without necessarily having to play all the way through the game. And it can be a lot of fun just to kind of imagine how the sim has grown and developed and turned into a different person kind of as they grow. So today we are creating Miss Stella Reyes. So she is a cute little sim. She does have heterochromia, if you guys notice. And when I was creating her, I was kind of pulling for a little bit of like a Filipino inspiration. So that's kind of what I was trying to encapture for her. So I would say that Stella is the youngest of a lot of kids. So she's the youngest of, I'd say, like 5 or 6 children. And her mom was always a little bit strict with Stella. She wanted her to really have the best of everything, and her and Stella kind of butted heads as she was growing up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but kind of as a toddler, Stella had like the longer hair with cute little barrettes and like the pink little shirts, and that's not really Stella's style. But as a toddler, you don't really have any control over how you dress, so it was fine for that. But kind of as she was growing up and getting older, she kind of realized that that wasn't exactly how she felt like she would want to express herself, if you will. She's also a very active child. She was really rambunctious. She loved to get into a lot of things, and she loved to be outside. And her mom really wanted her to spend more time kind of inside studying and learning. And Stella did. She loves that. She loves learning. She is still someone who wants to do a lot of things, but she doesn't like to be tied down to anything in particular. So when her mom wanted her to study, she wanted to be outside. When it was okay to be outside, then maybe she wanted to be inside and study. She's always just kind of been that way. So as a teen, when she's kind of open to express herself a little bit more, she was able to kind of dye her hair a little bit, add in the blues and the greens. And I think that Stella definitely feels like those are her colors. Like some people, everyone has like colors that they feel really accent themselves and make them feel more like themselves. And blues and greens are kind of that color for her. She loves kind of the calming nature of it because her life's a little bit more hectic and she's kind of a whirlwind. So she loves the idea of wearing like more calming, natural colors. So for her dress, especially as a teen, she's real casual. Like she doesn't like to take too much time necessarily getting dressed. She likes to make sure she looks good. It's important to her that her outfit coordinates and it goes well, but she doesn't want to necessarily look like she spent a lot of time getting dressed. That's not necessarily her thing. She also does still wear glasses as a teen. She does kind of struggle with that. It is a little bit difficult for her kind of having those glasses. They can kind of get in the way when she's wanting to be out and about, but she really struggles with wearing contacts. Like she's just not very good at getting them in. They've always kind of given her a lot of trouble, but she's still just a teen. She's kind of afraid to get LASIK or anything like that. So for now, she's still just wearing her glasses, and I think they look really cute on her, so I'm happy for that. And at this point in her life, she's really noticing that it's really important to her that anything she does well, but she also hops from thing to thing. So I gave her the Renaissance Sim aspiration because I feel like that's an aspiration for Sims that want to do a lot of things, and I think she wants to do them all well, but she's really not sure exactly what she wants to do yet. So going into young adulthood, she doesn't really have a plan. Like her mom really wanted her to have a plan. Her mom really wanted her to kind of know what she wanted to do for her whole future, but she struggled with that. Like as a teen, she didn't figure it out. She doesn't know who she wants to be yet. She doesn't have that all figured out. And so she's still kind of learning about herself. And I think that's okay. I think going into young adulthood, a lot of people pressure themselves to know exactly what they want to be and who they want to be. And that's just not necessarily how it goes. So Stella still has her very casual style at this point, I think even more so than when she was a teen, just because she kind of spends a lot of time doing a lot of random things. She is still in school, and I think at this point she has finally decided, she'll just go to college and potentially major in education because she's a little bit curious potentially about being a coach and working with students and maybe kind of helping them understand that it's also okay to not know exactly who you are and who you're going to be as you're growing up, and that's kind of part of the process. A lot of it is learning who you are and who you're going to be. Also, I love this hair on her. I think it's a beautiful, perfect, natural progression of the blue hair that she had as a teen. She does still have her glasses, of course. She's about to get out, graduate, maybe get a job, so maybe she'll be able to afford some LASIK as an adult. And then, of course, being non-committal, relationships have been numerous and very not serious for Stella up until this point. Going into adulthood, a couple things kind of start to change for her. She's really kind of figured out who she is. She is now both a teacher and a coach, and so she's kind of able to take that love of learning as well as her kind of athletic, adventurous side and really pour that back into her students. She was also able to get LASIK eye surgery, so no more glasses for Miss Stella at this point. And she's thinking that maybe she's met someone. She's met someone that maybe she wouldn't mind settling down with and committing to, and maybe not running so much. And so at this point, kind of later in her adulthood, she does find someone and she does finally settle down and get married. They don't have any kids, but I did mention that she's got many, many siblings. And so she's very involved in her nieces and nephews' lives. And sadly, one of her siblings does pass away. And so Stella kind of really steps in and takes that role for one of her nieces and really being that parental figure and being there for them, especially as she gets older. She kind of realizes that they need that and they need to see that from her. And so she's glad to be able to do that and maybe kind of settle down a little bit on her fear of commitment. And then moving into being an elder, Stella just kind of is continuing, she's seeing her nieces and nephews grow up. She's seeing the impact she's made on all of her different students' lives. And she's realizing that, at the end, it was all good. Like, it was all an adventure. She's tried all the things she wanted to do. And at the end of the day, she is who she always wanted to be. She's sure of herself and she's made the difference in life that she always wanted to make. And she made it the way that she kind of felt best about making it. And that's Stella's life. You guys will have to let me know. What do you think about Stella? Do you like her backstory? Do you like her style? Did you enjoy kind of the process of seeing a sim go from toddler all the way through to elderhood? And have you tried out this challenge? Make sure you let me know all of that down below. And please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. And I will see you all next time. Bye.